Welcome back to Mass Appeal, everyone.
We are in the kitchen with Carly Lusner from Acorn Kitchen, and we are talking about how to use those foraged foods to actually cook with, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now, before we get started, I think we should, disclaimer, you should always talk to someone and maybe go with someone before you do anything like this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always best to learn firsthand from someone in person.
And then there's also sometimes in some places where we shouldn't be foraging, like on the side of highways and stuff like that.
Right. 50 feet from the road is the safest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then also a lot of people have pesticides sprayed on their lawn and stuff like that. So if you have heavy chemicals sprayed on your lawn, maybe that's not the lawn to go foraging in.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we have a bunch of things here, and we're going to make a salad today. And these are things a lot of people think of as weeds, right?
Right, that's correct. A lot of these grow in people's gardens and people pluck them out, but a lot of them are more nutrient dense than what people are growing. So
Where do they come from? Like, how does, if I have like an herb garden, I have all these weeds growing in it. Some of the things that are growing in that I'm picking out, I can actually pick and put in my salad as well.
Absolutely. They're all typically volunteers. They come in compost and seeds, and lamb's quarters, amaranth, and purslane are all growing prolifically right now.
So let's start with lamb's quarters. Tell us all about it for those of us who haven't tried it before.
Sure. So these two are actually related. They're sisters or brothers. They're both in the Amaranthaceae family. This is amaranth and lamb's quarters. And they're related to beets and Swiss chard. And they're super rich in vitamin C and calcium. Great to use just like you would spinach, cooking omelets, or you can make salads. Yeah.
Wow.
And now Felix, we showed you earlier, Felix was telling me that basically the reason why our traditionally grown plants aren't as nutritious is because they keep growing in the same soil and sucking up the same nutrients, whereas these plants, it's a different set of nutrients they're sucking up. It's kind of like the first time you're seeing them.
Yeah, and also our domesticated plants, a lot of them have been bred for juiciness or volume or the look, and not the nutrition and flavor.
Because everybody wants that huge tomato.
Right, yeah, those will get a higher price at the market. So these plants are just kind of on their own, and nutrients and phytonutrients can function as defense mechanisms for them in the wild.
Very cool. What do we have here? What's this third one?
This is purslane. I really love purslane. It's the highest plant in the world in omega-3s. So that's something that we all could use. It's really anti-inflammatory, and it's sour and cooling, so it's something that's really welcome in our bodies in the summertime when we're all kind of dehydrated and hot. This one's a great one to add to salads.
So how would I know if I go out in my backyard, is there any specific trait that I should look for any one of these in particular? Like the certain leaf or the certain stem?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about growing familiar with the plants, and over time you sort of recognize patterns. And
there's great books too.
Yeah, I recommend getting 2 guides, ID guides. It's great to compare the different pictures, and they all have descriptions. It's really important to read the descriptions. And yeah, and so that's the first step, and then you sort of seek them out when you're out in the wild, and they look different at different stages, so you should really feel confident when you're harvesting that you have the right plant.
Well, it's funny because I've been now like walking around my yard in my neighborhood. I see all these things. I want to knock on people's doors and say, hey, you can eat this.
Yeah.
Let's get started though. We're making a massage salad, so we've taken all of these things and we've trimmed the stems off them.
Right, yeah, so you're gonna you pluck each leaf off of the main stem, and we've done that here.
And now we're massaging it, right?
Yeah, we put some oil in and some vinegar and some salt, and that's going to help break down the cell walls, which is going to help us access the nutrients better and make them more bioavailable to our bodies.
So if I didn't massage my salad, it wouldn't be as healthy.
Right, you would get the fiber, but you wouldn't be able to access the nutrition as easy.
Interesting.
So it's a way to sort of harness the nutrition without cooking.
Now, this is our finished product right here. We're a little bit short on time, so real quick, what went into it?
We've got oil, vinegar, salt, pepper. I put some Parmesan cheese, some sunflower seeds, and these 3 plants here.
And that's it. That's all it took. So basically, it's just what you put onto the salad is what costs, because everything else you just found in your yard.
That's correct, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very interesting.
Yeah, you can get this recipe and more at mymassappeal.com.